So hello guys, welcome back to the video. So in this video we are going to talk about the full wave rectifier, which is the second experiment of power electronics. And in the previous video we have already talked about half wave rectifier and how are we going to plot the output that we get from the rectifier for our lab records. So this is in continuation with that. If you have not seen the previous videos, I'll just mention them in the video description, and also in the eye icon. You can just click on it on the right side top corner and you can just see the previous videos. Just straight away to the rectifier. Let's have some prerequisites. So this is a full wave rectifier. Basically, full wave rectifiers are of two types. This is a bridge rectifier, and the other one is a center tapped. Center tapped one is the one which you must have read in the initial class, like in your +2, having two diodes and the load connected here. Yeah, two diodes, one forward biased at one time, and one signal, and the other one reverse biased. Similarly, the other one reverse biased, and this one's forward biased. So this is what we are going to do in Simulink today is the bridge rectifier. So how it works is, for the first signal it will go from this T1. As you can see, I have 4 thyristor T1, T2, T3, T4. So it will go from T1 to load to T2 and back. This is one cycle. For the other, we go again from here, T4 to load, and then T3 here. So in that way, what will happen is that if this is our signal, input signal, the sinusoidal one, right? So that we will get, if our triggering angle is, let it be, this is our triggering angle alpha, right? For triggering angle alpha, I will get signals from, this is for T1 and T2, again T3, T4, T1, T2, T3, T4. It will go on, it will just go on like that. Similar is the case with half wave rectifier, where it comes at 2 pi plus alpha. Here it will come at pi plus alpha. The second triggering, if first triggering is at alpha angle, the second triggering will be at pi plus alpha angle. So now let's go to the simulation. Yeah. First we'll get on the apparatus here. So what we're going to need is generator, we're going to do is just copy it and paste 4 generators. Drag them, just drag them right. I'll get to displace 4 curve generator. Now I'll get the thyristors. I need 4 thyristors as I showed here. I need 4 thyristors, right? So right click drag, right click drag. Now we have 4 thyristors, so I'll make it in position control. So now we have all the four thyristors right in the position, and I guess we can start with the connections. Oh wait, we don't have a load, right? So I'll be doing it for an load. So I have my RLC branch, the RL load, and now we can start with the connections, right? Okay. The connections are pretty much the same that we did in the previous experiment. I forgot to connect the current measurement. Yes, as I was saying, that connections are pretty much the same here. Yeah. So this one's done, and now we'll connect the AC source. One here, the one. That's good. Right, now I'll have the voltage measurement in order to get the initial waveform. Yeah. So now what I'm going to do is I'll just name it as P1. This one as my thyristor 2, thyristor 3, and thyristor 4. Yeah, this one's done. Now we'll give the pulse. So for thyristor 1 and thyristor 2, I'll give pulse, and I'll set the triggering angle. I'll make it keep it amplitude be the 30. Okay, so 30 cross 0.02 by 360. Thyristor 1 and thyristor 2 same. I'll make it. So 3 and 4. What I'm gonna do is just change the. So yeah, as I told you, for the first thyristor, with thyristor we have taken the triggering angle alpha to be 30 degree, right? So for the other two set, it should be pi plus alpha. So here I have taken 30 degree. That's my alpha. So for second one should be pi plus alpha, 180 plus alpha. That will be 210, right? 180 plus 30. So I'll just for AC load. I'll make it 315, I think. So like you can take 311.05, which is the exact one, like 220 into root 2, but I'm taking value of 315 looks more, right? And I'll change, frequency should be Indian standard, so 50 hertz. And yes, we are done with it because we have already given the values to load 10 and 50. Right, now what do we need? We need a power guy. So now we'll go for a power guy. Just place the power guy here, and now just connect this voltage measurement to the output. Let's go. Now I'll have two displays, one for. Now I need the mean value, so I'll get one mean also. So make sure you don't take this mean, right? What you need is this one. Connected to this one, and I hope so that we are done. Alright, so now, okay, so this is, now we'll change the scope values. So first I'll change the number of inputs, take 4 inputs, layout should be this, okay, let's go. Just increase the size of the scope, and delete this one. First value should come from, like, we want the initial value. So we got first initial value. Second value should come for T1 and T2. So connect it to the pulse, any pulse generator, either one which is connected to T1 or any one connected to T2. Third should come from this one, T3, T4 pulse generator. And this, and fourth value should come from your output. Right, so we have all the values. You can have one more input, but from the current measurement. Okay. So have one more scope, because I cannot have 5 values there. As you can see, the layout, I can only have 4. That's why I cannot give current measurement here. So I can connect one more scope here for current measurement. Now I'll set the time at 0.08, and let's run the simulation. It has started compiling. This time. So as you can see, this is the graph that we got. You can see here, this is our normal input sinusoidal wave. So first it gets triggered. I'll just maximize it. Maximized. Okay, so it gets triggered at this 30-degree angle, right? This is my triggering angle. So it is for T1 and T2. So where does my second triggering comes to place? It comes at, you can see here, pi plus alpha, 180 plus alpha, right? That's why I'm having this kind of a output graph which I get for a full wave rectifier. What is this? This is the negative voltage that we get, right? Okay. So yes, we have successfully completed the simulation, and that's pretty much it for this video. Now you can just the next step as it goes, you can just go here, go to logging, set your limits, set your data, must be offset, apply, click OK, and then just now go to plotting, and plot your data. And that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe if you find this video helpful for you. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.
तो लाइक और शेयर ठोक लीजिए, महाकाल का लाइक और शेयर ठोक लीजिए। 5,000 लौटे दिख जाना चाहिए। ये 4,000 के लिए मैं यहाँ पे नहीं खड़ा हूँ। पूरा साल मेहनत करता हूँ आपके लिए बेटा। ऐसा नहीं चलेगा, ऐसा नहीं चलेगा। लाइक ठोकी दबा के।